parts. That's what happens. Different permutations of shows. So you have Jim Murray and Adam Jones in for Mike and Tony, along with Matt McCarthy in my normal spot. So yesterday afternoon, Italy defeated England in the Euro Championship 3-2 on penalty kicks, and I caught the last 20 minutes. That's all I needed. Was I truly into this tournament like McCarthy? No. I'm like the casual viewer of Euro soccer at best. Like, I'll pay attention when the World Cup comes around. This thing caught fire. You guys were watching it as you've been filling in here a lot lately, McCarthy. Like, it's been on the TVs here. I've been half paying attention. But, like, am I super passionate about it? No. Half Italian, so I guess I kind of found myself pulling for Italy. But as a fan of sports schadenfreude, relishing in the pain and misery of others, I do know England's horrid history in these kind of things. This was their first international finals appearance in more than 50 years. They're really like the Toronto Maple Leafs of the pitch, they are, yeah. And so here they are with an opportunity to win this thing, and it's basically a home crowd. It's being played at Wembley. And they blow it again. And I said the last 20 minutes was some of the most compelling theater. It's all I can ask for as a sports fan. Like, I don't really have to have a dog in the fight, but I do you want to feel that tension, and boy, you could really feel it. So England leads this thing 1-0. Italy ties it up. It goes to PKs, which I know you feel strongly about, McCarthy, and we'll get to that in a moment. But the shots, the crowd shots, the tightness, oh, the misery on those British faces. I mean, you could read what they were thinking.
And the Italian, everybody was crapping their pants in that thing. Everybody.
Well, there was like one 60-second shot where it was like painted face of the Englishman. Oh, the lad's gonna break our hearts this time. Like, you could just feel that tension. Another one. Oh, I could use a lager to calm me nerves. Random hot Italian girl in their 20s, just like kind of nervous, but like turbo hot. Back to a fat Englishman. I'd trade the Queen Mum for a win, I would. Like, there was some nervousness from the Italians, but they knew deep down, like, we're not going to lose this thing. And so they lose it in PKs, and the three England players, boy, I mean, you had one guy hit the post. Oh, my God. And unfortunately, because, again, we live in the dumbest time in history, and people are the worst. I don't know if you've seen this, but British Prime Minister Boris Johnson, Prince William, they've had to put out, they've had to put out tweets saying, please, don't be racist, you a-holes. God, people are just horrible. And, what shame, the thing was, like, when I saw the dude miss it, too, I was like, oh, I know what's going to happen here. And sure enough, like, because, again, humans are horrible. So they've apparently dealt with, like, a ton of backlash on social media from people saying the worst possible stuff. But be that as it may, boy, was this thing funny. The last 20 minutes, like, I haven't just, like, for the pure comedy in sports, because if I'm not rooting for the teams that I care about and I'm rooting for a take or anything like that for the show, what I'm really rooting for is comedy. And in the last 20 minutes of that Euro final yesterday, you got it in spades. It was so good.
Nothing better than the cutaway to, Prince William and the kid there. After they had been, like, celebrating early in the game, England scores 2 minutes into the match. Yeah. They're like belly bumping, they're like celebrating. Cutaway when England chokes it away. And the three of them there, William and Kate and the kid, and they're just all stone-faced, glum, like borderline tears. So I'm with you. I was kind of skewing towards England, rooting for them, but that was great. Like, that was a phenomenal ending.
Yeah, the penalty kicks, boy, were the icing on the cake. And if you don't like penalty kicks, I know a lot of soccer fans don't, you're missing out, because it really is the greatest drama in all of sports. Because the best part about it is you find out who the real chokers are. And England has a long, storied history choking away penalty kicks and choking away matches like this. And my God, you could feel it coming. You could feel it coming. You didn't watch the second half, Jim. You could feel it coming the entire second half. Italy scores on just an ugly, greasy kind of goal. And you're like, man, England's going to lose this thing. It's going to go to PKs, and they're going to lose this thing in just a horrific fashion. And that's exactly what happened. That Marcus Rashford guy, I mean, talk about the best part about penalty kicks is they make you walk across the pitch. And all you need to do is think about it. I have hit this ball, this stupid little ball, my entire life. And even if I hit it, I can still get it past the goalie, even if he guesses right. And what does he do? He puts it off the post. He's kicked that ball his entire life. He put it off the post. Jones, you could see the terror on his face. He basically stopped. He was like, what do I do? What do I do? Where do I kick it? Oh, got off the post. Amazing.
I'm not sure if Rashford was one. I forget the breakdown here. But
yeah, it was Rashford, Sancho, and Saka.
So I think the last two, were inserted late specifically for PKs too,
Rashford
right?
was.
Oh, Rashford was okay.
Inserted. They put him in at right back.
Okay.
And
so I know they made two substitutions late. I know.
Yeah.
Specifically for PKs, and two of those guys flubbed them. Right, one off the post, the other
got saved.
Saved by the opposing goalkeeper. So, look, I'm with you 100% on PKs. The people who complain about PKs are the dumbest people alive. You know what I do the second it gets to extra time? I go, could you end this stupid thing already? Like, let's get through extra time. Like, extra time's a bore. Nothing really I know England won their semifinal in extra time over Denmark, and that was on, like, a horrible, horrendous call that might as well have been a PK, right? And Harry Kane got saved on that one and then stuck in the rebound off a penalty kick. Like, the second you get to extra time, after maybe, like, 5 minutes of watching guys buzz around and then run out of steam, the second you get there, you're like, just get to PKs already. Like, that's where all the interest, energy, like, the stakes come from. Like, extra time is a bore, so just get there.
And you find out who really has it and who really doesn't in those moments, because all you need to do is kick that little ball. But England has a player by the name of Raheem Sterling, veteran player. He takes penalties. I think he plays for Man City.
He's the guy who flopped and got the penalty call against Denmark.
One of their best players, veteran player, attacking play. He didn't take a penalty. Which means he can't handle it. They went to a 19-year-old kid who had never taken a penalty for his club, with the weight of a nation and 6 decades worth of failure on him. Oh, you knew he was not going to get it. And it tells you everything you need to know about that guy, that Raheem Sterling. Oh, he didn't have it. He didn't have it above the shoulders.
As soon as they said his age,
I
was like, well, I can turn this off now. Like, I know what's going to happen here. It's like you said, the weight of a nation. And they haven't won since, what was it, 66?
I was going to say, a weight of half a century.
Right.
Like, it's just like, it's like the Red Sox.
It's too big an ass for that kid. That's a tough situation to put that kid into.
Right.
But you said it best. Like, people that are against this, and you see it every single time in any of these big international tournaments or the World Cup. Like,
how could you come down to, what do they call it? A skill session or whatever, right?
Yeah. Keep going, and then take a player off. So then it's 10 on 10, and then 9 on 9. Like, that's stupid. No, the penalty kicks, you said it best. You find out who the gag artists are and who's got the sack. And I think it's great. It's great theater. That last 20 minutes watching that's all I needed yesterday. Oh, it was so good.
They should go to it quicker.
Yeah.
They should
cut
down on extra time. And I'm not complaining about, like, my time. I'm just by the time you get to that point in the match, they're all burned out. No one's doing anything. It's like a 5 overtime game in hockey. Like, no one can move. So just get there, right? You're doing it anyway. Like, the extra time is the biggest waste of time.
Oh, it totally is. Oh, watching those guys walk across the pit. Just think about it. That net's big. You know what? You've kicked that stupid little ball your entire life. All you need to do is just elevate the ball. Goalie's not going to be able to go up there and do it. But just think about it. Don't miss. Don't let your country down. You know your entire life is going to be defined by this one little kick of this ball.
And I'll tell you,
and you'll find out who can handle it.
I'm as casual a viewer of that sport as it is, but I felt my chest getting tight.
Yeah.
Like, in those shots too. So, like, the goalie coaches are meeting with the Italian goalie, and in my head I'm like, I think I want to be left alone. Like, what do you even say to him at that point?
Yeah.
Now, granted, they won.
This guy likes to go left. Oh, okay, thanks.
Yeah, great. Yeah. Oh, like, I wouldn't want to hear anything. Then your mind,
like Taylor Twellman, like, chirping nonstop about how this guy did. Oh, this is the one kick he missed. This is where it was. It's like, all right, like, just go.
Yeah, I mean, my mind would be going a million miles an hour. Like, don't screw up, don't screw up, don't screw up, don't screw up, don't screw up. But boy, I thought that was excellent yesterday.
And you could see Marcus Rashford literally think that as he went up to take that penalty. As he approached the ball, you could literally watch his mind say, oh my God, what am I doing? I've got the entire nation looking at me. Holy crap. You could read his mind as he was going up to kick the ball. That was some theater. That really was. Best television I've seen in a long time.
So if you have some thoughts on the Euro final yesterday, we'll take your calls on that as well. 617-779-0985.